African giant. Hello, hi, my name is Kadi Ikolo, aka that friendly auntie. Before I even get into today's video, please take a look at this. Just take a look at this, and then we'll talk, okay?
Up here and I see you over there with your girl sleeping in front of me. It pisses me the fuck off, bro.
Down.
You understand? So please take her the fuck home.
Down.
Huh? Fast.
Down.
Take her home. Take her home. Bro, I'm not doing no more songs until you take her home, bro. In real life. But you're taking the fucking piss, bro. Wallahi, I'm not doing another song till you go home. Wallahi.
Yep, and there you have it. So once again, we are here talking about Burna Boy and his behavior. It is not a secret. I actually believe that Burna Boy rather is one of the greatest to ever do it. We can never ever take away that from him. I have had to, in the recent past, kind of separate the art from the artist, you know, from the music from the musician when it comes to Burna Boy, because to this day, one of my favorite, and let me tell you, when I say I'm an Afrobeat fan, I mean it. To the point where I remember, was it last year or sometime this year, I actually went back and studied where Afrobeat is from. I can't remember a lot of it, but so maybe studied is not the right word, but I read about what the history of Afrobeat, where it comes from, Fela, and all the people that contributed to what it is now, even to the point where I apparently found out that there is a distinction between Afrobeats and Afrobeat. Right? Who would have known? Anyway, let me not get into the nitty-gritties. This is about Burna Boy throwing out a lady who was at her concert. She paid for this concert with her hard-earned money, and she somehow during the performance fell asleep. And when at some point then Burna Boy noticed while he's on stage that this lady is sleeping, and he lost his mind. He lost his mind and decided to stop the performance and ask the lady and her partner to leave. Okay. There's a small part of my brain that understands it I guess as a performer, you feed from the audience, you feed from, you know what I mean? The audience feedback, and it also helps you to keep going. But it is in no way, absolutely no way, an excuse for what he did. If it bothered him so much, he could have asked one of his team members to do that instead of making it a central point of his performance. But before I get into it, I just want you to hear what people's views are on this situation before I also get into what my thoughts are in full. Let's look at what the internet is saying about Burna Boy, because boy, do they have a lot to say. Let's get into it.
Burna Boy is burning me the fuck up. Because why would you publicly humiliate that girl like that? Ew. Not only did he publicly humiliate her, but he used the crowd to chastise her. She still paid to be there. So who the fuck is you telling her to leave? Who cares if she wasn't engaged with the show? You still got paid from her being there. I wouldn't give a fuck if she was in that front row painting her toes. Bitch, the money is the motive. You never know what people are going through. You never know, like, what they had to do to get that money to go to that show. You have no idea. And you just ruined it. You fucking weird ass nigga. He's done. He's weird. I'm over him.
Burna Boy is probably the most embarrassing person to like I love Burna Boy's music, but in the last couple of years, I've learned to separate the artist from the art because he is so embarrassing. Like, what do you mean you're kicking somebody out of your concert? Mind you, she paid money to be there. You don't know whether she had like a long day. Maybe she wanted to close her eyes for a few minutes. And even if she did, it's her right to do that because she paid money to be there. And you not only kicked her out, but you kicked out the person that was there with her. I hope she sue you. I hope she get her money back because that's completely ridiculous. he is so badly behaved at times. And sometimes I've learned to separate artists from art because we do not know these people in real life at all. And he is so embarrassing. Like, I don't know whether it's pride or his ego, whichever one. He needs to stop. Somebody in his team needs to tell him to stop.
The only reason why Burna Boy could even think that he can kick out someone for sleeping in his show that they paid for is because he's a direct product of classism in Nigeria, a country that tells rich people that it's their birthright to control and dictate the livelihood of people that make less than them or poor people. And that's exactly why he had the audacity to say that he will not continue his show if she does not get up and leave, even though most likely she worked overtime to even afford those front row seats. Like, sir, who are you? At the end of the day, she paid for those tickets. She's probably tired. And what?
Listen, there's a video of Burna Boy performing in Denver, yeah, and he stopped the show. They said he wasn't feeling well, which is nothing, but he kept on performing. Cool. But then he stopped the show because he noticed somebody was sleeping in the front row. It was a couple. And then, you know, next thing he's shining the spotlight on them and it's like, yo, I won't continue this performance if y'all don't leave. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, listen, why do you have to do that? I paid for my ticket with my hard-earned money. Front row. Y'all know how front row tickets are fucking ridiculous prices here. But they paid the hard-earned money. It's not like they were gifted that ticket. And then you're going to tell them to leave? Nah, bond that. No, listen. Sometimes some artists just need to just worry about what they're doing and just perform. Just perform. Those people in the front row ain't taking nothing away from you. If you are a great artist, you won't be worried about those people in the front row. Nah. You'll be able to focus on your performance and you perform. You were so distracted by what they were doing that you didn't have to stop the whole show and then kick them out. Wait, what? And they paid money for that ticket? Nah. That whole show will just get cancelled. I'm sorry. What? You kicked me out when I paid money for my own ticket. Don't worry about what I'm doing. If my partner is sleeping or I'm sleeping, don't worry about that. Just perform. How about that? Just perform. I hate to say that, but just perform. How about that? Just perform. If you're such a great performer, just perform. Don't worry about what we're doing in the front row. It's cool. Perform, and do what you gotta do, and then let's keep it kicking. But then to stop the show, shine a spotlight on them, and then kick them out, nah, that's just ridiculous behavior. And this has come from someone that loves Burna Boy's music. But at the same time, sometimes some artists just do too much. You just do too much. Just
imagine being at a concert and you close your eyes for 5 seconds. Open your eyes and the celebrity on stage is telling you need to leave because you're sleeping. As how? In the seat that I paid for, you think I'm getting up because you asked me to. You have to come and collect me your damn self. It's not possible that I'm moving. I'm sorry. Talking about some more lie, I'm not playing another song, yeah? Yeah, you might as well cancel the show as it is. Cancel it now because I'm not leaving. Like, what? You're telling me to get out of my seat because I'm sleeping. Saying you will not play another song because I'm sleeping. What does that have to do with the show? I just imagine everybody in the background yelling, go home, go home. I would have went to prison. I would have went to jail.
Cool. I'm gonna start this video by saying Burna is my goat in it, but I feel like he was doing way too much kicking that woman out for sleeping. Because if that was me, I promise you, I promise you I'm not leaving, bro. You can get bouncer, security, the president, the king, everybody. I'm not leaving that place because I've already paid for my ticket. What do you mean? I have a right to be here, so I'm not leaving. I promise you I'm not leaving. Everyone will just be looking at each other like this. Whenever it's ready to perform, it will start performing. If he wants to go home, you can go home. But I promise you, I'm not leaving. I'll spoil the show for everyone. You want to spoil the show for me? Everyone, I'm spoiling the show for everyone. I'm not leaving. Now, but one thing I would say, he's consistent with his, you know what I'm saying? So local, international, you already know, like, if you're going to a Burna show, you should act right. But I promise you, I'm still not leaving. I am still not leaving. We're all just going to be looking at each other like this. Whenever it's ready, it can start his performance, bro. But I'm not leaving.
Right. As you can see, there is a theme of people saying could never be me. I know. Oh, you're not performing because I'm sleeping? Well, then I'm not going anyway. I'm ruining the whole night for everybody, right? There are comments you'll see. I remember there's a specific video that I saw on TikTok where somebody wrote about how the lady had actually recently suffered a loss, like a family member, or I'm not sure if it's a partner who passed away, and she had been in a terrible place, and this was one of her first nights out, and she just needed, you know what I mean? And this happens. And then somebody spoke about how Burna Boy took forever to come out. So by the time he came out, people were drunk and tired. Obviously, they're going to sleep. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, there was a lot. But what I wanted to speak about is that this unfortunately rings true to the reputation that Burna Boy has. Burna Boy is a bit of a diva, even online. As a South African, we have beef with Burna Boy. This is why 2 years ago, to the point where 2 years ago, Burna Boy was scheduled to perform in South Africa, a huge concert that he could have sold very easily. A lot of us like his music, but because of his attitude and several things that he said about South Africans, out of 90,000 tickets, he sold 1,500 because South Africans are like, I'm sorry, who? What are you talking about? No. This was this was during a time when he was genuinely riding a massive wave. This was around the time when he even did the Grammys performance, the Grammy performance. This is around the time when he was hanging out with Diddy. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But talking about his reputation. Remember at the Grammys, people were not quite getting into his performance, right? To be quite honest, I don't think it was one of his greatest performances. But then, with these award shows, it's a bit tricky, right? I remember there was a point where he was so unhappy with people's reactions that he almost ordered them to get up. Do you guys remember that? I wish I would have found that clip. Please go look for that, right? There was another one of his showing his entitlement when it comes to a response from people that he's performing, from his audience, to respond to his performance in a specific way. Not only that, that's the first one. There are a couple of clips. I have seen a clip of Burna Boy performing in Nigeria, and okay, fine. So the guy jumped on the stage, but then Burna Boy proceeds to kick him. Why are you kicking him? Move away. And I get it's distracting. You think you might be, but he proceeds to kick him when the guy already had fallen over. Crazy stuff. I've seen a clip of Burna Boy. I think he was performing at a club or somewhere, and some people were not dancing. And then he pulls up money out of his pocket and say, "Take your money back and leave." Because people are not dancing. There's another one yeah, but anyway, I'll think of it. But this is just a few of the incidents that have happened that have led people to believe, myself included, that Burna Boy is a diva. And he is living he's living true to those accusations because of his continued diverish behavior. It's not even diverish, it's bad behavior. You have no manners. This is a clear lack of manners. I'm going to play a couple of videos of people speaking about exactly this. People talking about how he just has a terrible reputation. He really does not have a good reputation when it comes to how he treats his fans. I remember one guy even spoke about how they thought this only happens when he's in Nigeria, but this happened in Denver, Colorado, which is in the USA. So it means this is just who you are. It's just who you are. Let's take a look at these couple of videos.
Davido can never do such a thing. You see why Davido is Davido? Now I wanna see this proud Burna Boy show. This idiot, the command person will buy front ticket to come watch your show. You don't know work where you don't work before you see money to buy that ticket. Because a girlfriend is sleep. See me walk out from your show just like that. No go better for you, Burna Boy. Whiskey don't dey pass pride, give you a bill. You see, that's why nobody know you. So you know really, now Whiskey fans now they fans you because you don't really get fans, Burna Boy. You just there, you just there. You don't really get fans. No go better for you.
Actually, on Burna Boy's side here, like, who wants to be performing in front of someone that is sleeping? I feel like that would be so distracting and so off-putting. However, that's the only part of this situation that I understand. I have to question why his initial response was like anger. If you really value and care about your fans, why would the initial response be anger? Obviously, it's not normal for someone to be sleeping in a concert. She could have been extremely tired. She could have been drunk. Like, something could have been wrong. Why can't he at least check to see if something was up? No, he sent her out. You're embarrassing someone that spent money on front row tickets to see you. Those are not the cheaper tickets. Those are the more expensive tickets. And he sent her packing out. So yeah, I feel like he had every right to be annoyed that someone is sleeping right in front of him. Because she was right in front. Like, that would be distracting him throughout his whole performance. But he did not need to handle it in that way at all. He could have addressed it. He could have told her to wake up. But to now kick her out, that was going too far. Way too far. Even if you don't care about your fans, at least pretend to care. Right?
Hey, Burna Boy, I'm your fan, but what do you do this time around? they very okay, make sense at all. Because I wonder why you are so concerned about audience in your concert. Perform. So Burna Boy escorted a couple out of his concert. He sat in front row because they were sleeping during his performance, and he told them to get out of the concert. Said if they do not leave the concert, he is not going to perform again, and into his threat. The two security officials, after a lot of persuasion and encouragement by other concert goers, they escorted the couple out of the venue because they were sleeping while he was performing. Now, to Burna, please, whatever the people do while you are performing doesn't matter, because it is not your business. As long as they pay their money to come to concert, if they don't want to enjoy it, let them waste their money. That shouldn't be your business. Do you know that they can actually sue you because they paid for it? So they can sue you. Please avoid lawsuits. Avoid lawsuits. Not necessary. Maybe they were enjoying your music too much and they fell asleep. It's possible. Or they were tired after a long night. You just decided to come and enjoy your music, sleeping and waking up and be enjoying your music. It happens like that. It happens. Please avoid gra like this. It's not necessary.
Yep. Okay. Now, like I said, I think I said this also as part of my opening, that there's a small part of me that gets it in terms of you do want to get, and you feed off your audience and all of that. And in the next few videos that I'm going to play, a few people expressed it as well, that I understand the frustration. I get it. You know what I mean? Some even go as far as saying, look, I'm on his side. But there's no excuse for how you fall. I wanted to take a look at that. I don't want it to be like the only thing online is hua, hua, hua. There are people that are like, I get it, but it was wrong still. Do you know what I mean? So let's take a look at these.
Unpopular opinion, it's not just Burna Boy, it's the fans' fault too. He shouldn't have had no fucking concert to even perform to when he kicked that girl and her boyfriend out. Sleep or not, she paid her money to see the show. They said he was late coming out and she was tired. Lord forbid. Wasn't that Kanye who said he wasn't performing until everybody stand up, and it was one person not standing and he was like making a whole big thing of it, and he was in a fucking wheelchair? Like, what be wrong with these people? It's like when you start selling shows and you got people coming to watch you, like you got some sort of like God complex or something. You're not God. People just like your fucking music. Take the W and go on about your day. Sleeping has nothing to do. They paid their money. Now do your fucking job. And again, I don't even see how the whole crowd stood there and watched the whole time after they even left her. That would have left such a bad, nasty taste. And who the fuck do you think you are? Wallahi? It's not like he gave everybody, it wasn't a free show. Like, what are we talking about? I genuinely try to give artists, creators, creatives the benefit of the doubt, because what they do in their personal life really has nothing to do with the art for the most part. But when you start coming at the fans, like when the fans are your enemy, the fans are the only reason you're there. Like,
if that girl that Burna Boy kicked out doesn't go and sue him, Omo, she's stupid, and so is her man. Because how can I pay for something and you kick me out? Like, this guy is so insensitive. What if the girl is sick? What if she work night shift? We're in America. Americans work. What if she work night shift? What if she's tired? Like, he's so insensitive. Instead of him to be like, hey, are you okay? At least it would have made him look more admirable to his fan base. But ever since he started hanging out with all these American artists, he started forming bad guy, fuck my African brothers and sisters. Like, bro, calm down. And honestly, I think that he's annoyed about the fact that she's sleeping, because he knows that he's boring. He knows that his stage presence that day wasn't so much. Like, he didn't really outperform himself. So the girl sleeping was making him feel insecure about his performance. And that is really, that is so corny how he just handled the matter. Like, bro.
See, this is my thing. I don't come on the internet and get my opinion. But on this, I have to speak. Because I keep scrolling on my FYP. Everybody's talking about, oh, did you see what Burna Boy did in Denver? Oh, Burna Boy in Denver. Oh, Burna Boy embarrassed somebody in Denver at his show. I was like, let me see. So why did I go and see this poor lady? Girl, she probably went to work. She probably got off work. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I just want to go to sleep. But her boo or her man, whoever she went with, was probably like, let's just go. We got paid our money. And they went Shorty was probably resting her eyes for all of 2 seconds, and he saw her, and he decided to stop the whole entire show and told his lady to leave. I am so sorry, Miss Ma'am. I'm not going nowhere. I would have said, give me the mic, because I have something to say. Bitch, if I show up and I come out here to support you, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's my money. In this economy, I'm sorry, Burna Boy would have had to come off that stage and fight me. We would have had to throw the dukes up. Because are you cool? Check on that to Yahweh. Was. And then there was some people in the back, oh, it's my birthday, please leave. Bitch, don't that fire you and not your motherfucking birthday. Oh, what? Wallahi talai. He was up there saying, wallahi, I'm not doing another song. Wallahi talai, you will not do another song, not in this motherfucking city. Close the show. Huh? Eti Yahweh. Some of you people are mad. Hey, more myself for you, but Eti Yahweh. Where the fuck? Bitch, I'm not going nowhere. Bitch, I ain't going nowhere. Now what? The fuck? Now what? And everybody that bitch would have had to fight me one-on-one. What? Bitch, see me.
Let's conclude this. So, the fact that he proceeds to sit down and says, I will not perform another song until they leave is wild. The fact that you are taking this small incident and you're going to use it to punish your audience that is awake, that is alive, that is engaging with you, that has paid to see you perform. Now you want to go ahead and punish them because of one person who fell asleep. You the Chris? Are you okay? That makes absolutely no sense. I'm sorry, but this is a bit childish. This is giving toddler tantrum. This is giving, are you well trained? As a trained performer, as somebody, Burna Boy has been performing for many years, if not over a decade now. Surely, by now you are used to the fact that there will be an audience that just doesn't give that, then you focus on the people that do. The same way with the girls at that other performance where he pulled out money and gave it to her. There's a room full of people engaging with you, a room full of people dancing, but it bothers you that one or two people are not engaging with you. It's now that you want to. Are you trained? Are you a professional? I'm sorry, sir. You've been doing this for too long for you to be performing like this. It is absolutely mind-boggling that at the level of performance, at the level of stardom that this man is at, African giant. This is how you're still acting? This is you, really? This is the best out of Burna Boy? I'm sorry, I'm very disappointed. I'm one of those people that are like, I was already on this hill, and clearly I'm climbing further up, where I separate. And his latest stuff is not things that I that I enjoy anyway. I'm struggling. I'm barely hanging on when it comes to Burna Boy. But anyway, this is not about me. It's not just about me. You guys have heard. And if you go on TikTok, if you go on any platform, people speaking about this, they are condemning his behavior, right? There's a guy who even drew a comparison between Davido, even Wizkid, and comparing it to Burna Boy's behavior when fans make him unhappy. Anyway, thank you so much for watching all the way till here. I am building a gorgeous, cute little community, and I would absolutely love it if you are a part of it. So please, in the comments below, let's keep the conversations going. What are your thoughts? What do you think? Do you think, is there any way this is justifiable? Do you get it bad? Do you not get it at all? Do let me know what you think in the comments below. Please do like, comment, and subscribe, and share with as many people as you possibly can. Let's grow the community. I thank you for being here. Thank you for showing up for me. I will see you on the next one. Bye.